Hey, this is Rob from Moon Jelly Games. I've got a brand new ship to show off here. This is the Leo. It's built around homing missiles, which are its secondary attack. So I'm going to demonstrate those by shooting at this orb weaver over here. I'm shooting pretty straight at them, but once they get close enough, they are stopping and turning towards them and then flying directly at them. So that's good. That's helpful if you're not good at aiming or if you want to shoot at somebody that's farther away and be confident that you'll actually hit them. The Leo's primary attack is the Solar Ray, which does not do very much damage, but it does add burn. And burn can rack up damage very quickly if you get hit multiple times with burn weapons. Also, it works in conjunction with the heat-seeking missile. So ships that are burned will be detected from much further away. I'm going to aim pretty far off, and I'm still going to hit that guy. Once they see him, they turn and they fly towards him. So he got knocked away from the first couple, so the last one actually did not detect him. But he still got beat up pretty badly from the first four. So that leaves the Leo's ability. Once I trigger it, the Leo will set itself on fire, and any amount of damage that the Leo takes after that point will immediately blow it up. Why would you want to do that? Well, the amount of damage that the explosion does to ships caught within it is proportionate to the amount of damage that the Leo has taken itself. So the more damage that you take before you use it, the more damage you can deal. And it can deal a lot of damage. Now, if you haven't taken any damage at all, it will always do a minimum of 25, which is what any other ship would do if you're caught in its explosion when it is destroyed. But after that 25 damage point, it starts doing a lot. And also, if the Leo has less than 25% of its health remaining, the blast radius will be way bigger and will also cause burn. So you are incentivized to not use it until the Leo is almost dead, but at which point you're at risk of your opponent just destroying the Leo anyways. So I'm trying to make it a bit of a risk-reward sort of thing. So I'm going to use an enemy ship here. In fact, I'll use the enemy's Leo to do a whole bunch of damage to this guy. He's weak to explosives, so this will hurt him really bad. Another round, kill him, 60 damage max, since he's weak. That should get him nice and low. I think that's just under 25% of his health. So let's get this guy a little bit closer. Now typically, if you're faced off against a Leo, you probably don't want to have your ships clustered together like this. But for the purpose of demonstrating its power, I'm going to create that scenario a little bit here. So I'm going to trigger it. It costs a ton of AP. That's on purpose. And then I'm going to bump into this guy's force field, and the explosion should be big enough to damage both of these guys. In fact, I believe it will destroy the orb weaver over here. In fact, it'll also destroy this guy because he's weak to explosives. So that's going to take out 2 ships for the price of 1. Just like that, 256 damage. Now, is that overpowered? Maybe. I don't know. I haven't play tested with it, like, hardly at all. This is just the very first iteration. I'm sure I'll make all kinds of little adjustments here and there. But yeah, that is the Leo. That was the Leo. Although here's another one. The one other thing I want to cover in this video is that I changed the way that weaknesses work. So I mentioned that the Leo is weak to explosives, which means it takes double damage from any explosive weapon. Now, previously I would assign a weakness just kind of arbitrarily, but that meant that you had to memorize the weakness of every ship, which is just not good. That's not fun. So instead I've made it a rule that any ship that has a ballistic primary weapon is a ballistic type ship. If it's got a plasma primary, it is a plasma type ship, and so on. And again, there's only 4 types. So we can pop open this quick little reference here to see that if if you're a plasmic type ship, you will do double damage. Or pardon me, if you have a plasmic weapon, it will do double damage against ships that are weak against plasma, but you will take double damage from explosives. So there's not nearly as much nav to remember, and it will hopefully be much more usable now that I've done that. But yeah, that's about it. I'm going to stop it there.